Welcome to the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum for tonight's second game of the doubleheader between the Oakland Athletics and the Detroit Tigers. Hello, everybody. Sports Time Machine, and we're here in lovely Oakland for Game 4 of this series as the A's look to salvage at least a split. They've lost the last two games of this series after winning the opener. And now they'll see if they can salvage the finale. Make sure the dice are looking good on the board. That's okay. I guess I can be more happier with a little more love there. That's all right. I see my dice now. They look pretty good. And yep, that looks good. Everyone's rolling good tonight. Again, we do have the cards up here tonight as usual, something we're doing. And let's see where my scoreboard is if I'm correct. Okay, so we're doing it from there. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to do my best at it, and if not, we're going to have to devise another scoreboard system for you guys, and then we'll go from there and see how it goes. Here's your starting lineup. Again, this is game 2 of the doubleheader. The lineup for the Tigers is going to be Whitaker, Trammell, Hepner, Summers, Thompson, Corcoran, Gibson, Stegman, and Duffy. Dyer gets to start behind the plate in Game 2. The A's defensively is Henderson, Murphy, Armas. McKay gets to start at third. Guerrero at short. Edwards at second. Newman at first. Heath behind the plate. And on the mound is Mike Norris, who's 2-2. A 3.45 ERA, 24 hits in 31 innings, 5 walks, 25 Ks, giving up 1 home run. So this is going to be Game 4. So let's do this. This is second game of the doubleheader, and it'll be Sweet Lou Whitaker to lead off for the Tigers. Let's also get inside the chat room, folks, so I can kind of follow you guys in, I'm hoping, so people can come in and watch. And then we can come in and comment when you need to. Now we don't have to jump back and forth on my other screen. And here we go, folks. Game number 2 of the doubleheader. Whitaker to lead off, first pitch. 4-4 is a catch X. That's going to be Heath. He's a 3E4. That is a 17. That should be a ground out, if anything. And that is going to be a 12. There's no error there. And that's going to be a G2 to 3. So Heath makes a nice play there. And there's one away. So Whitaker is retired. So now here is the shortstop, Alan Trammell, hitting .441, 7 ribbies on the year. It's where you want to be against Norris, a right-handed hitter. Lefties you don't want to be on Norris's side. He is a reverse pitcher. 3-4 for Trammell, a foul out behind the plate. That's Heath. He goes in foul territory, though, and makes the catch for the second out here in the first. So another foul out behind the plate, and that is going to be the second out of the inning. Trammell out on an F2. And now here is Mr. Richie Hepner, the Gravediggers kid. Hepner hitting .242, home run, 7 ribbies. He's had a good series, what I've seen. So here we go. 2 outs in the first. Here's the pitch from Norris. 5-10 is a single, 1-14. That is a 18. That's denied. A play by Mike Edwards. He comes in. One of the rare starts he makes. It makes a fantastic catch to end the inning. Tigers go 1-2-3. Let's go to the bottom of the first. Tigers nothing. And here come your Athletics. So for the A's, Ricky Henderson will now lead off. Henderson on the year hitting .292, 3 homers, 12 RBIs, has stolen 12 bases. This is going to be interesting, but unfortunately, Dan Schatzeder is a -6. So you're probably not going to see much out of the way of stealing probably on Mr. Schatzeder. +2 by Dyer really doesn't hurt him. So let's see. Here is the pitch. That's going to be a 4-9 from Schatzeder, and that's a drive in the left center field, and that is caught by the center fielder. That was a triple on a 1. Goodness gracious. It's a 6. So Gibson had to run over and make the catch on the run, 1 away. So Henderson is retired for the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. And now here is Dwayne Murphy. Murphy on the year hitting .348, no homers and 6 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. That's a 6-4 on Schatzeder. Let's get that get out of the way here. Catch X2, so he's a catch X. Dyer's a 2E2. That's a 14. That should be an F. That should be an F2. Let's make sure that's what that is. 14. And no error on that, I'm pretty sure. So that's going to be a pop-up behind the plate, and there's 2 outs. So definitely give the catcher some extra work today. That's 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning, and it's going to bring up Jim Essien. So Essien, the batter. Oh, there's 1 out here. Well, we're waiting for the game to reset a little bit here. Bottom 2. Essien will come up with no outs, with 2 outs and nobody on. So Essien waits and hits. Here's the swing by Essien. We're still waiting for the game to hopefully turn back over. Here it is. I believe that here it is. Essien so far you're hitting 162. 2 runs batted in. That's going to be a 2-8. That's a pop-up to the shortstop. Tremmel's there. Makes the catch, and we played 1 inning of play here in Oakland. No score. We head to the second.
What the heck is begging for you to say?
So that will do it there. Let's see. We'll do it that way. I'm trying to figure out the system here. So we'll go, oh, I did not want to do that. I want to kick my cards down. That's not good. Hang on 1 second so I can pick them up again. Ugh. All right. So let's see. So Essien. So how are we going to do this? So let's see. Hang on 1 moment while I just redirect my thoughts here. So we'll go ahead and do that over here. And now for the Detroit Tigers will be Champ Summers. So Champ Summers ready to hit against Mr. Mike Norris here in the top of the second inning. Again, no score here. And we go to the top 2 here. So let's see if we can get a scoreboard operator working here on free day here. We'll put a 0 there and a 0 there. So we should have no score here in the bottom of the bottom half, in the top half of the second inning. So now here is Champ Summers.
Yes.
Summers the hit. Summers so far hitting .339, 3 homers, 13 RBIs. Had an excellent game 1 of this series. Here's a pitch to Champ. 2-5, and that's a fly ball to deep right field. That's trouble. That's off the top of the wall. Armas gets it back in, and Summers will have a leadoff double. So Summers with a leadoff double against Norris. That time Summers kept it on his own card, and he found success. So that is a big hit there. So Summers gets into the action, and now here is Jason Thompson. Runner on second and nobody out. From the stretch is Norris. Here's the pitch. 5-12. Ground ball to first. That's trouble. Newman's a 4E27. Let's see what the call is going to be. That is a 5, and that's going to be a base hit. That's a base hit. That'll score Summers. That's going to be a 9. I hope there's not a 9 anywhere to be found, but let's find out. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second to find that. So let's see. It's gonna be a 9. Give me a 9 on a 27. Oh, a 7 and an 8 were errors. So he doesn't get it. That should be a single 2, and it is. No, hang on, folks. So it's a 5. It's a 5 on a 4. It's a single 1. So the runner does not score. So Summers does not get a good jump off second. He'll go to third, and it's first and third for the Tigers. So he thought we had a run batted in there. So Thompson does not get the RBI. So now here is Timmy Corcoran, first and third for the Tigers, and no man out here. Tigers trying to do something here. Norris from the stretch, trying to get through this inning here. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 5-6, and that's a strikeout. There's where Norris is extremely tough against the lefties. Big strikeout for Corcoran. So Corcoran down on strikes, one away. And now here is Kurt Gibson at a home run, I believe, in the last game. He's hitting .284 with 2 home runs, 14 ribbies. First and third, one out. A's will play the infield back from the stretch and the pitch. 3-6 for Gibson. Ground ball back to the mound. Now, let's see what we'll do here. Now, I believe with the infield back, it should score the run. It's back to the mound, considered to be in. So you know what? He's going to get the play. With a runner on third, he's gonna look Champ Summers back unless he wants to run. Summers is a 1-12. He'll hold, so he'll get the easy out at first. That's something I was kind of a little weirded out by because I'm not sure how I would do this. So Thompson will move to second. Summers will stay at his base. So second and third, good play there by Mike Norris. They may have robbed him of a run with that. So now here is going to be Dave Stegman. Most of his stuff is against left-handed pitching. So this is a spot where Norris can possibly take advantage. Heath from the stretch. Norris looks in the pitch. 1-3, line drive to Dave McKay, makes the play and ends the inning. The Tigers, no runs, 2 hits. They strand 2. We go to the bottom of the second. It is still no score. The Tigers with a big 0 in the second inning. So another 0 second inning for the Tigers. No score. And the Tigers will come off the field. So the Tigers will come off the field there. And Duffy Dyer will lead off. So it's Hepner back. And again, that's where I'm. Let's see here. Let's see. Do that. There you go. Just trying to figure out how all this will work out. Bottom 2. So Schatzeder will come out and pitch here. Either that, I'm just going to just keep rotating cards. Here is Jeff Newman, one of my hotter hitters, hitting .288, 4 homers, and 12 runs batted in. Bottom 2, no score. Schatzeder on the mound, left-hander. Here's the pitch. That's a 2-11, and that's a ballpark single 1-11, and that is a 16 line drive to the shortstop. So Jeff Newman kind of retired by Alan Trammell. He had a chance, but this time the A's not getting the ballpark advantage on that one. So with 1 out, Newman's retired, and now here is Tony Armas. Armas on the year, hitting .242, 2 homers, 3 runs batted in. Here's a pitch from Schatzeder. 3-4, ground ball the second. Whitaker got it, throws out to Thompson. There's 2 quick outs. So 2 quick outs here. So Dan Schatzeder making things look easy so far for the Tigers. Here is Mario Guerrero with 2 outs. Guerrero hitting .272, 7 RBIs. Right-handed hitter, hits lefties real well. 4-3, fly ball right field. That's Corcoran. He's a 4-14. That's a 1. That's going to get past him. He tried to dive for it, and it goes all the way to the wall. That won't be a good play at all. That is going to be a triple for Mario Guerrero, and it could be a Little League inside the park home run too. E14, and that's a 14 on a 14. Let's see if he scores on it. We're going to look it up. 14 on a 14 says it's an error, and he scores. Triple and the error, Mario Guerrero. So he went for it, and he threw the ball back in, and it skipped away, and the runner will score. So a triple and an error, there it is, actually have it. Error on the right fielder. It turns into a Little League inside the park home run, and the A's take a 1-0 lead as Mario Guerrero scores on the wild throw from Tim Corcoran. So 1-0 Oakland with 2 outs in the second. Here is Mike Heath. Heath hitting 260, no homers, 4 RBIs. Schatzeder in the pitch and a foul ball. Never know what might happen in a game of Stratomatic, and that's what did happen. 1-5 is a ground ball to short. Trammell's got it, makes the nice throw to first, and now retires aside. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. We played 2 here in Oakland. It's 1-0 Athletics. Game 2 of this doubleheader. So Mike Heath is retired. So that means Mike Edwards will come up so far. So Edwards will come up there. So let's see. So it's going to be. Yeah, I'm going to have to just continue kind of doing what I've been doing, or else I'm going to confuse things. So the A's do get a run, so I'm going to be the first status of a run on my scoreboard, and the A's lead 1-0 in the third. So now the new scoreboard has life, and now here is Duffy Dyer, a veteran on this team. He definitely loves hitting lefties. Boy, he has some power against lefties. Righties, nothing. But he'll bat here against Norris. Gives Parrish a day off in game 2. Heath puts down the sign. Norris with a windup. That's a 4-10. That's a ballpark single, 1-11. And that is might be a 12. That might be robbery. And that is a 15. It is a robbery. Holy cow. Mario Guerrero doing it on both ends. Makes a nice catch. 2 away. Holy cow. Another nice play there. So that is an out. And now we go to Lou Whitaker. This might be the best option how I'm doing this, if I show him one card at a time. So now here's Whitaker. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. He grounded out his first time up. Whitaker swings. 2-9 struck him out. Whitaker down on strikes. That is 2 outs in the third inning. Mike Norris gets his second of the ball game. Norris needs a good start here to kind of get his juices going. He's lost a couple, and I'm kind of hoping it's going to help. And now here is Trammell. Trammell's had a good year so far, good April. And now in the month of May, fouled out his last time. He's had a good series versus the A's in this 4-game series. Here's the pitch from Norris. That's going to be a 1-4, and that ball is trouble. Deep fly ball down the left field lines off the top of the wall. Henderson will play the carom. Trammell will have another double in this series. He's on at second with 2 outs. So a double for Alan Trammell. So now here's the Gravedigger's son, Richie Hepner. Runner on second, 2 outs. Again, this is the strong point of Mike Norris's card against the left side, as you see. So Norris wants to make a pitch. That's going to result to his side. Norris from the stretch, 2 outs in the pitch. 5-7 struck him out. So Hepner gets a call down on strikes. What can I help you, Richie? Nope, just looking. We go to the bottom of the third inning here in Oakland. 1-0 A's. So bottom of the third there. Hope people can see that as they come in. Bottom of the third. And it's Detroit. Oakland leads this by 1. So Hepner is retired. And now the A's come up. It'll be Mike Edwards. Mike Edwards, the batter. He's hitting 286. No homers, 2 RBIs. He's only had 7 at-bats. So he hasn't really seen much action. And he'll hit against the left-handed pitcher, Dan Schatzeder here. A's lead 1-0 on a triple, and then the Little League inside the park home run by Mario Guerrero. And the pitch, 4-11, popped up shortstop. Trammell is there. He'll call everyone off, makes the catch, and there's 1 away. So Edwards is retired. Again, these are not the normal starters you normally see, but back then they usually would give the guys the secondary day off, and this is what they're doing. So now here is Dave McKay getting a rare start of his own. He's only been up 4 times with no hits. Switch hitter. He'll bat from the right side against Dan Schatzeder. Here's the pitch. That's a 1-5. Struck him out. McKay down on strikes. And he is now officially 0 for 5. There's 2 outs here in the third inning. And we bring up Ricky Henderson, who exactly wants to be in this spot of the lineup now. This is where he can kind of generate a lot of his offense is this one column, especially the 5. So he wants to be there. 2 outs for Ricky. You'll see if Ricky can get on. Would Ricky try to steal? Ricky would be Ricky if he does. So again, wouldn't surprise me. Schatzeder with the pitch. Gets the sign. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-8. That's a fly ball center field. Play is made by Gibson. Makes the catch, and that will do it for the A's in the third. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the fourth. It is 1-0 Athletics. So Ricky's retired. We'll go ahead and do that. So they'll come up next inning there. And then the Tigers will come up again, single foul. And we'll do that. So that was a fly ball center field for Ricky. And again, the A's and Tigers not do much offense here. 3 hits for Detroit, 1 hit for Oakland. That hit resulted in a run. Top 4, 1-0. So now here is Champ Summers. Summers the hit. 5-8, and that's a ground ball second base. That is going to be Edwards. He's a 4. That's a 2. That's a base hit. Gets past Edwards. 24 on the air. There's no 9, and Edwards will give up a clean single. Edwards did not stand much of a chance there. That's 2 hits for Champ, and Edwards is on at first. Does he get much speed? No, he doesn't. So he'll hold where he's at. And now batting will be Jason Thompson. He had a home run in the last game where the Tigers really had a good offensive display. He comes up with no man on, a runner on first. Norris from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-6 to a lefty. That's a 1 to 4. Does it drop? No, it does not. That's a nice play. I believe that is a 17, and it is. So Murphy with the catch comes in, makes the running play, 1 away. So Thompson flied out, didn't have much of a chance there. Again, you get small split chances against this Mike Norris card. So you kind of really have to take your best chances when you can. Here's Corcoran. He struck out his first time up. Corcoran, another left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch here. Runner on first and 1 out. Norris from the stretch and the pitch. That's a 5-11 on a lefty, and that's a ground ball to first. Newman will get it. Go to Guerrero for the force, and there's 2 outs. So a force play will fielder's choice, as they say, and that'll be 2 outs. So the new runner is Tim Corcoran. He's on at first with 2 outs. And now here is Kirk Gibson. So Gibson now the hitter. Gibson so far in the ballgame has grounded out. He's 0 for 1. Tigers have a base run at first, 2 outs. A's lead 1-0. Tigers out hitting the A's 4-1. From the stretch is Norris and the pitch. 4-8 to a lefty and struck him out as Mike Norris gets him on the inside corner. Called strike 3. Kirk Gibson standing by the road, getting called out on strikes. We go to the bottom of the fourth, and it's still 1-0 Athletics. So the Tigers get another goose egg on the scoreboard. 1-0 Tigers. So now the A's will now come up, and it will be Dwayne Murphy against left-handed pitcher Dan Schatzeder. The only mistake he's made was a triple to Mario Guerrero, who came scampering home on an errant throw. Dyer puts down the sign. Schatzeder with the pitch. 4-5 lefty, ground ball to short. That's Tremmel. He's a 1. He's not going to give up the hit on it. Error 16. That's a 15 on a 16. So Tremmel may have an issue here. That is an E16 on a 15. No error. Needs to make the 14 on the error. So Tremmel came up, kind of bobbled, but he threw over and made the play. You can tell Alan Tremmel is going to be a good one out there, along with Whitaker. Strong early signs of a Tiger team. So that it retires Murphy, and now here is Mike. Is it Mike Heath? No, it's Jim Essien. So Jim Essien will be the batter. Essien will come up. Essien with 1 out. A's again only have that 1 hit. Dyer puts down the shine. Schatzeder with the pitch. 6-10. That's a fly ball center field. Gibson's a 3-4. That's going to be a nice play. We'll see what the error is. He'll make that catch. That is an 18. So he does an E4 on a 11. I don't think that's an error. On a 4 and 11, it's not. You need the 4 and 16. So Gibson makes the nice, easy catch. 2 outs. Again, middle of that infield for the middle of the field for the Tigers. If you're strong up the middle, this team has a good chance of going far. You on a starting basis, you have Parrish, Whitaker, Trammell, and now Gibson in center, all young and all are good, exciting young players. So now for the A's, it'll be Jeff Newman. So Newman now to hit with 2 outs. Again, he's been one of the more exciting A's so far. He lined out his last time up. And now I gotta redo my team here. This is starting to drive me loco. So Henderson, Murphy, Essien, then Newman. So okay, so now it's Newman. So then we will go and flip the lineup to Armas, and then it'll be Guerrero, Heath. There's Heath, and then Edwards and McKay. So there you go. That should make it a little bit easier here. Let's see if that makes sense there. And let's see. Just give me one moment here. See if I can. All right. You know what? I need to do. Sorry, folks. I just want to make this is starting to drive me batty, and I want to make sure I have. There you go. Now I can probably do what I want to do there. All right. Sorry, folks. Just want to make sure my guys are set up the right way. So here's the pitch. 3-5 for Newman, and that's a strikeout on Schatzeder, and he strikes him out. So Schatzeder with another K. We played 4 here in Oakland. It's still 1-0 Athletics. So we go to the top of the 5th. Still another goose egg inning for the Athletics. Top of the 5th. So top of the 5th of a 1-0 ball game. So let's bring out the Tigers again. So Newman is retired. And now we need to do the same thing with the Tigers that I just did here. So the batter will be Stegman. Stegman, Dyer. Okay, looks like that team is set. So now we go to Stegman and back to Norris, who has been really difficult so far. He's only given up that 1 hit. He's given up 4 hits so far. Here's a pitch to Stegman. 1-5 and struck him out. Another strikeout for Norris, his 5th. And a good outing so far. So Norris with a big K. So Norris coming in, bringing that ERA under 3. And now here's the catcher, Duffy Dyer. Again, we talked about Dyer earlier, more of a power hitter against left-handed pitching. So he'll try to just make contact here. He puts down the sign, pitch from Norris. There's that 2, and he walks him, and he gets the walk on him. So a rare walk. And Norris really wants to know where that one was. And he asked the home plate umpire. He's not getting much at all. So here is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Whitaker 0 for 2, ground ball and strikeout so far. Whitaker steps up to the plate. And again, Mike Norris on the mound, runner on first in the 5th inning. From the stretch, and the pitch. That's a 6-9 from Whitaker, and that's a ground ball shortstop. That is Guerrero. He's a 327. That is going to be a 17. That could be a double play ball. 17 on a 3. 16, 17. Let's see if I can decipher that one. Give me one moment. 17 on a 3 is a double play ball. So now Guerrero cannot. Oh, he threw a 3. 27 on a 3, and he makes the boot. An E1 went off his arm. So a big E6, and Mario Guerrero yet does it again. A huge error. Holy smokes. Guerrero with the boot, and the Tigers will continue this inning here with runners at 1st and 2nd. Oh, he had an easy play, possible double play ball. First and second, one out. And now here is Trammell. So Trammell the hit, 2 on. Mike Terranova, hello, sir. How are you? And I can tell my scoreboard's kind of working. So that's good. Trying to do something different. First and second, one out. Heath puts down the sign. Norris from the stretch and the pitch. 5-10 is going to be a fly ball right field. Armis is there. Now they can, nope, Dyer's a 1-9. He's not going to be able to do a lot. Let's see what Armis is. Oh, he's a -3. Makes Dyer like a plus, like a 6. So he won't even try to tag. It's not worth it. So yeah, he can stay on a whatever it is, 7-20, or 7-19, but I'm not even going to try that. So 2 outs, and now here's the Gravediggers kid, and that's Richie Hepner. So with 2 outs, they got the meat of the order done, but now see if they can retire Hepner here. Again, this is the strong part of the card. First and second, 2 out. Norris needs something he can pitch and not give it to Hepner. It's a 4, it's an 8, and that's a strikeout on the inside corner, and Hepner struck him out again. I think he struck out again the same exact pitch. Twice he's gone down looking, retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Oakland leads it 1-0. So 1-0, bottom of the 5th. So again, it's 0-4-1 for the Tigers, 1-1-1 for the A's. So Hepner was there. He'll go ahead in that pile. And now we'll switch it back over to Dan Schatzeder here. Bottom of the 5th. 1-0 Athletics. Game 2 of this doubleheader. Thank you for stopping by. So here is Mr. Tony Armis. Armis, Guerrero, and Heath. So Armis so far on the day grounded out his first time up. Schatzeder looks on and the pitch. 6-7, that's a ground ball second. That's Whitaker. He's a 2. That's a 14. So he's not going to give up the hit. 15 says, let's see, that's a 13. That's a 13 on a 15. 13 on a 15 says no error. Needs a roll of 14. So again, Armis thrown out 4-3. So out here in the 5th. So again, A's not doing much of anything so far. The only hit in this ball game by this guy, Mario Guerrero. And so far for Guerrero, he tripled and then came scamping home on the errant throw by the right fielder and gave him the Little League inside the park home run. The triple and the boot. So Guerrero steps up, 1 out here in the 5th. Here's a pitch from Schatzeder. 6-6. That's a strikeout as Guerrero watched the called strike 3. This umpire has a quick fidget today. Quick digit finger as he pulled the trigger on him. Our umpire today is Greg Kosk, followed by Don Deckinger, the famous one, Larry McCoy, and Dale Ford. So send your birthday cards to him. So 2 outs in the 5th as he's retired. And now here is Mike Heath. Again, the A's, in their typical Billy Boss fashion, playing all their catchers in this doubleheader game. Essien, Newman, and Heath are all somewhere in this lineup. So last of the 5th, 1-0 Oakland. Schatzeder looks in, gets the sign and the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-4 for Heath. He just misses his stuff. Ground ball to third. That's a good play there by Hepner. Throws them out and retires the side. 3 up, 3 down, go to the Athletics. We played half through this game. It is still 1-0 A's. Top of the 6th. So Norris comes out for his 6th inning of work. And he's just hanging on by his chinny chin. So now up for the Tigers, Summers, Thompson, and Corcoran. Now, that's the thing. The Tigers have a lot of left-handed hitters in this lineup, and that benefits Mike Norris. So let's see if it continues this way. Norris, again, better put his card out there so people see him. Top of the 6th, still 1-0. Summers in the ball game's 2 for 2. Has 2 of the 4 Tiger hits. Here's the pitch to Champ, 4-7. Single 1-6 and does not get it. That's a line drive to Mike Edwards, who makes a nice play, 1 away in the 6th. So Summers this time got denied on a line drive to the second baseman. So line drive there, 1 away. So now here is Jason Thompson. Thompson in the ball game is 1 for 2 of the single. So he comes up. Again, big power hitter, home run in game 1, I believe it was. Heath puts down the sign. Norris with the pitch. That's a 2 column. That is going to be a walk. So Thompson draws a 1-out walk. Not much speed for Jason, so I'm sure he will not be headed anywhere. He'll stop at first. A 0 hold and a -2 for Mike Heath. We'll usually keep someone there. So Thompson gets a lead on a 3, so we won't take any liberties. Now here's Tim Corcoran. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fielder's choice. Runner on first with 1 out. They've held on Jason Thompson here. Let's see how that works out. He puts down the sign. Norris from the stretch. That's a 2-11. That is a ground ball to second. It is softly hit. Edwards will go to Guerrero for the fielder's choice, and that will do it as Corcoran will beat the relay for the fielder's choice. 4-6, 2 outs. So Corcoran is retired. So now here's the center fielder, Mr. Kurt Gibson. So Gibson's up with 2 outs. Gibson in the ball game is 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. Top of the 6th, 2 outs, runner on first base. Heath puts down the sign. Norris from the stretch. That's a 2-10. Thank goodness it's a ballpark check. That is going to be on a 1. That is a 6, and that's going to get caught by Murphy on the track to end the inning. So Mike Norris takes a sigh of relief. A fly ball 8 in the books. We go to the bottom of the 6. It is still 1-0 A's. So bottom of the 6th. Another 0 on the scoreboard. Greg Scarborough. How you doing, Greg? Let's see. Let's see if I can center it more here for you. Hang on 1 second. Slide the camera to your right to center it. Oof. Oh, and that's that. I always hate centering cameras, especially because to me, then it goes bonkers, and then I can't keep it where it's at because I don't have a great camera. So we're gonna have to kind of just do what we can here, folks. So let's see. That's a little better, I guess. Yeah, that's better, I guess. All right, so bottom of the 6th, Oakland 1-1-1, Detroit 0-4-1. Bottom of the 6th, Oakland steps up to the plate. Gibson is done there. So now the A's will see if they get some insurance run against Schatzeder. Schatzeder is a 7 himself, so he's not in any spot to get fatigued here. And it'll be Edwards, McKay, and Henderson. Again, this is game 2 of a doubleheader. That's why you're seeing some of the subs in this one, folks. So Edwards will step up. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 3-9. That's a ground ball to second. Whitaker's got it, throws him out, and there's 1 away. So a 4-3 play there, and that gets the first out of the inning. So Edwards is done, and now here is Dave McKay. Again, one of the extra players on this team. McKay, so far in the ball game, has struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 5 so far on the replay. Dyer puts down the sign. Schatzeder with the pitch. 6-4, and that's going to be McKay. That's going to be a catch-ax. Dyer is a 2-2. That is going to be a 6. That's going to be probably nothing to worry about, as they say. And on an E2, that's a 10, and that play will be made. So it'll be probably a pop-up. And that'll be a catch by Dyer, and there is 2 outs. So the A's kind of going meekly here. The A's with only 1 hit in this ball game, but luckily it was a triple and a little league inside the park home run to give the A's the lead back in the 2nd inning. So McKay, and now it's up to Mr. Ricky Henderson. So here's Senior Ricky. Ricky in the ball game so far has flied out twice. He gets a shot against Schatzeder. Dyer puts down the sign. Schatzeder with the pitch. 3-12 for Ricky. Oh, it's a ballpark home run. Fly ball deep to left field. It's not going to carry, though. Stegman will get back out in front of the track and makes the catch. It does not travel. So Henderson is retired, and the A's are done in the 6th. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the 7th. Still 1-0 Oakland. So 1-0 Oakland as we go to the top of the 7th inning. So Murphy then will come up next inning for the A's in the 7th. And for the Tigers, it will be Stegman, Dyer, and Whitaker. Again, this will be the inning that we can maybe make some changes offensively. And again, pitching for the Athletics is Mike Norris, who has looked superior today. He's given up only through 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 walks, struck out 6. He has been really good. Right now, he has that 1-0 lead. So here is the pitch from Norris to Stegman. 6-8 to a righty. A ground ball to third. That's Dave McKay. Comes up with it, throws him out. And that's 1 out in the 7th. So Stegman is out. So the Tigers unable to really muscle anything here, as Mike Norris controlling the narrative, as they say. So now here is Duffy Dyer. Dyer in the ball game is 0 for 1 with a walk. Norris looks in, gets the sign, and the pitch. That will be a 6-9. That's a ground ball short. That's Guerrero again. He's a 327. That's a 5. A 5 on a 3 should not be a hit. It's not. It's a G3. So a G3 on Mario. And then we throw the dice, and a 9 is not an error. So that will retire Duffy Dyer on a throw from 6-3. Guerrero to Newman. 2 outs in the 7th. So again, Tigers coming up small. And now we go back the 4th time through the lineup. This was Major League Baseball. Norris would be out of here by now. And it's Sweet Lou Whitaker. Whitaker in the ball game so far. It's 1-0 Oakland, top of the 7th inning. Heath puts on the sign. Norris looks in and the pitch. 2-5 is a single for Whitaker. Base hit number 5 for the Tigers. They still prowl here in the 7th. So Whitaker's on. Let's see if he's got any jets on him. It will be a -4 for Whitaker to run if he decides he wants to run a little bit. And for Whitaker, he doesn't get it. He'll go down to a 9, so he'll probably, let's see if they hold him or not with the right-handed hitter, Alan Trammell due up. So Trammell comes up. They are holding him theoretically. So they'll hold him with 2 outs. Trammell the batter. He's 1 for 3 with a double back in the 3rd inning. Heath puts down the sign. Norris from the stretch. Big pitch to Alan Trammell. 2-2. And it hit him. And how many plate appearances did Mr. Trammell have? I tried again, kind of, 560. I'm not taking him out. So Trammell will dust off the injury and will stay in the game. So Norris with a hit batsman. 1st and 2nd, 2 outs. And here comes Richie Hepner. So Hepner will be the batter. 2 on for Richie. He's had some opportunities so far. 2 on and 2 out here in the 7th. Left-handed hitter Hepner. He kind of likes righties a little bit more. Norris loves pitching to the left-handed pitching. 1st and 2nd, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Heath puts down the sign. Norris now from the stretch. Needs to get a big out. That's a 3-8 to Hepner. Single to left field. So now let's see what we have here. Henderson, it's going to go third. It's going to go left field. Henderson is a 0. Whitaker not being held +1, +2 on the 2 outs. That's +3. That's a 19 for Whitaker to come scoring home. They'll allow him to score. Trammell will stop at 2nd, and the Tigers tie this game at 1. So a base hit, a +1, then a +2, and that automatically will get Whitaker home. I'm not gonna test that. and advance the base runners, and we have a 1-1 ball game as Hepner gets the big RBI. The A's looking to salvage a split in this series, and now the Tigers with something now. And now here's Champ Summers, 1-1 game in the 7th. Tigers with their 6th hit in the ball game. Trammell not being held, first and second, 2 outs. Summers 2 for 3 in the ball game, a double and a single. Heath puts down the sign. Norris from the stretch in the pitch. That's a 6-8 to a lefty ground ball down the first. Newman will get it. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. But the Tigers do get a run. So Stegman is out. I should say Summers is out. Hepner will move to second. Trammell will go to third. That's good. And that's a first baseman to the bag himself. So we're 1-1, 7th inning stretch here in Oakland. So that will do that there. So now Jason Thompson will lead off next inning for the Tigers, as the Tigers will add 1 to my new scoreboard, the first run for them. 1-1, bottom 7. So now Oakland will now send up Murphy, Essien, and Newman, and in the inning of fatigue for Dan Schatzeder. Now this is where the Tigers will have to see about their bullpens here. 1-1, bottom 7. Let's see what the Tigers have in store for their bullpen. What did they use last game, and what do they still have here in the second game? Hiller is available. Lopez, they say, is tired. So if he comes in, he could be tired. Underwood was used quite a bit. So the Tigers don't have much of a bullpen. So we have to kind of use that very carefully and see how it'll work out. So here's Murphy. He gets the shot first. Dyer puts down the sign. Schatzeder, lefty on left. 3-11 for Murphy is a ground ball. Oh, wait a minute. That is going to be a single on a 1-4. That's a 3 base hit, Murphy. So Murphy with the A's second base of the ball game. It could not have happened at a better time. So Murphy is on. Now with Schatzeder, though, you don't run. So he's on at first with nobody out. And here's Jim Essien. He'll stay in there and swing. Runner on first, no outs. A's trying to get something going back on them right now. Dyer puts the sign down. Dan Schatzeder from the stretch. Here is the big pitch right now. 3-6, base hit 1-10. That's another 3. That's a base hit for Essien. And that will get Murphy to second, station the station 2-1. What a hit for Jim Essien. So another hit. So now it's Jeff Newman, as we are fans out there. So here is Newman. He's 0 for 2, a line out and a strikeout. A's with 2 on, nobody out. Schatzeder's 1 hit or walk away from being in that fatigues land. So what will the A's do? What will the Tigers do? 2 on, nobody out. Dyer puts down the sign. Schatzeder from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Newman. 4-7 is a walk, and that will fatigue him. That will fatigue him. So he is tired now. So a walk now, and now I believe Sparky was the manager. Bases are loaded. Schatzeder is tired. What will they do as Tony Armas comes to bat? So now the Tigers will have something they have to do. Let's see again what's available. Dave Tobick could be a resource, and he may have to come out and pitch. So Dave Tobick will be a new pitcher for the Detroit Tigers as Schatzeder goes into the 7th with no outs. The Tigers, not a Tiger fan here in the audience, I don't think. So now the question is, do you play the infield in? It's a 1-1 ball game. Do you go? They're going to play the infield back. They're going to hopefully they can get a run out. They can hope they can get 2 maybe on a double play. So Tobick will be a new pitcher. He's in. And here we go. So it's going to be Armas. Armas against Tobick. Base is loaded. No man out of a 1-1 tie. Here we go from the stretch. Dyer puts the sign down. Tobick looks in on the pitch. 6-11, fly ball right field. Corcoran is a 4. That's a 12. Ooh, he's barely going to make the play, but is it an F1? F2, it is an F1. So all runners will score. All runners will advance one base. E14 says it's a 13. It's a 13 on a 14. There's no error. He just missed it. So that will advance everybody. So let's do that. So fly ball, everyone will take a base. So we'll do, so it is not going to be, okay, we'll do sacrifice fly. Runner will score. Armis is out. And then let's see. So Essien will move the third. And then Newman will go to second. And that is a play to the right fielder. So opposite field, fly ball to right field. A's lead 2-1. So RBI for Armis. So now here's Mario Guerrero. So Guerrero against Tobic, second and third, one out. Infield now playing in. They have to stop any extra runs here. Tobic from the stretch. Dyer puts down the sign. Can he get the pitch he needs? 2-12 is a single on a 1. That is not a 1. That is going to be an out. That's a 17. Trammell with the play, and there's 2 outs. Single on a, unless that was a home run on a 1. Let's see. Now, that wouldn't have been a, whatchamacallit, a ball play. That would not have been a end home run. So 2 outs. Essien retired. Now here's Mike Heath. Mike Heath still stay in this ball game. Heath is the catcher. This is what happens when you have all your catchers in the game. Can't pinch hit for him or makes it really difficult. So Heath will bat second and third, 2 outs. Tobic looks in, gets the sign and the pitch. 4-6 is going to be a ground ball to short. That will do it. Good play by Trammell. Throws them out, and the A's will strand 2. So ground ball to short. Runner is out. Everyone stays at their base. And let's see. That's 6-3. So out stays on his set. Wait a minute. So Newman will stay on his base. He's out and retires the side. We go to the 8th. 2-1 Oakland. So Heath is retired. Let's go ahead and reset some of this right now. Tigers will send up Thompson, Corcoran, Gibson, left against a strong right-handed pitcher against lefties, Mike Norris. As the scoreboard puts an extra 1 on the scoreboard. 2-1 Oakland. We go to the 8th. 2-1. We head to the 8th. So now Detroit will send in left. Thompson, Corcoran, Gibson. The batters have the advantages. The pitchers have, Mike Norris has a huge advantage. So now just the question is whose card do you hit? So now we go to the top of the 8th inning of a 2-1 ball game. Heath puts down the sign. Norris with a pitch. That's a 3-10 for Thompson. Deep fly ball, right field. That's trouble. Can we see the 20-sided die, folks? Can someone tell me what that says? Can somebody read that 20-sided die for me? I'm going blind tonight. Can somebody read it who's in the audience? Can I have an instant replay review what that is? Let's see if someone could read the 20-sided die. No, oh, is it? It looks like a 1 to me. So it's a 1, folks. Maybe you're probably not seeing it. Let me move it out so you can see it. So can you see it now? Can you see the 1 now? Yep, that's a 1. Ballpark home run on a 1. Bang, gone. Jason Thompson ties this game on a 1 on a 5% home run. Holy Thompson homers. Just must have dinged the foul pole, and that ball is gone. So, 5% home run bomb by Thompson. Hits the pole down the right field line. Going, doink. It hit the pole down the line. 2-2 ball game as Jason Thompson homers. And now here's Mike Edwards. Holy smokies, folks. So now it's 2-2. So Norris gives up the bomb. We're now tied. So now here is Mike Edwards. He puts down the sign. Norris with the pitch. 5-10 to a lefty, and that is a single 1-14. That is a 7. That's a base hit for Corcoran. And the Tigers continue their hitting. They're hitting. Now they're hitting Norris now. So a base hit for Corcoran. And again, Norris is a 9. So again, he's not going to be fatigued. So let's put Corcoran was on. And now here is Gibson. Runner on first. Get his card back up there. Runner on first. Nobody out. 2-2 ball game. Norris from the stretch. He puts down the sign. Norris now trying not to give this one back up. 3-5 is a single to left field. Corcoran will go there. Corcoran will hold because that does add him. That does add a -2 to the arm for going left field to third base. So we're not going to give that a chance. Tigers go station. The station, they got 2 on, so all 3 lefties get base hits on Norris. So now here's Dave Stegman. Billy Martin staying with them. He's not getting him out this game. Norris is going to have to work his way out. First and second, nobody out. Bottom of the 8th, 2-2 ball game. Tigers 9th hit of the ball game. Yeah, we're bringing in where's Stegman in my lineup? Left fielder? Yep, that will make sense. Let's go to Peters. He's pinch hit most of this series, so let's bring him on. He's one of the Tiger hot hitters. He started opening night, I believe, Friday night in the series, and I've not seen him since. So he'll pinch hit again for the Tigers. That's Rick Peters. So Peters will come in. He'll hit for Stegman here again after the 7th inning. I'll pinch hit. So now Peters comes in, left-handed batter. He's hitting .367, no homers and 3 RBIs. So now what does Billy Martin do? Lacey should be available for the Athletics in this one, and they might need him. So Lacey, Jeff Jones pitched that one heck of a game in the last game, so no way he's going to be available. So Lacey might be one of the only pitchers that will be available to this Oakland A's ball team. First and second, nobody out for Peters. They're going to leave Norris in because he's stronger on his card. Heath puts down the sign. Norris from the stretch. 3-8, and that's a ground ball to short. Play by Guerrero. Goes to Edwards to Newman. Double play. 6-4-3 as Corcoran will go to third. Big time play there. Double play ball. So a big out there retires him. Runner will go to third, and there is 2 outs. A huge play there by the A's. So Peter is retired. Now here's Duffy Dyer. And now what do the Tigers do? Do they pull Lance Parrish or something out here? Again, Dyer, not much of a hitter. Tigers are going to go for the gusto here. They want to get it right now. So Parrish will swing. So here comes Lance Parrish. He's usually the everyday catcher. He annihilates left-handed pitching, but he got the rest today in the second game of the doubleheader, but they said get up there and swing. So Parrish will swing. He's hitting .282, 4 home runs, 13 RBIs, runner on third, 2 out. Parrish is anti-clutch. He loses about 3 hits in the clutch column. You can tell by the horseshoes who plays strat. So Norris, that is the only bad part of this. He puts down the sign. Norris from the stretch. Can he get Parrish to swing? 2-5, struck him out. Big strikeout for Norris, and the inning is over. But they get a run on a 5% freaking home run. Jason Thompson, that is. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is 2-2. So now the Tigers are going to make some defensive moves here. The moves they'll make is Parrish will now go in and catch, and then Rick Peters will stay in the game and play left field. So now bottom of the 8th, Dave Tobick will stay on the mound for the Tigers here. He's got the innings. That's not a problem. And the A's then will send up Mike Edwards, McKay, and Henderson, or maybe some pinch hitters of their own here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Let's go ahead and add another run. Let's see what. Oh, I'm a little bit behind the times here, folks. So Tigers got a run here, and it put a run there. It is now 2-2. We head to the bottom of the 8th. So now it's going to be It's going to be not McKay. Why is McKay up there? So it's going to be Edwards. Let's go ahead and see if Edwards will swing. He has absolutely nothing. He is the second baseman. So basically, that's Rob Piccolo's job out there. Let's see if the A's have somebody who they can swing with. And oh, yes, they do. Yummy, yummy. They have two power hitters on their bench. So Edwards will be called back, and they will go to their power on the bench, and that is going to be Mr. Wayne Gross. So Wayne Gross grabs the bat. He'll probably go in and play third base instead of McKay. Even though McKay is a little better defensively, that might be an interesting decision to make. So Gross is the hitter. Gross on the year is having a fantastic season. So Gross hitting for Edwards. Let's give you his numbers here. Gross is hitting .419, 3 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, and 13 runs batted in. He's got all that power on the right-hand side. Tobik puts down the sign. Here's the pitch to Wayne Gross. There's that 3 column. That's a base hit down the line as Wayne Gross has a base hit. So good pinch hitting performance by Wayne Gross. He continues to smash the ball. He's on at first and nobody out. And now for the Athletics, it will be Dave McKay. Now, what's McKay doing in this situation? Let's see. Does Billy Martin have a bunter? He is a bunting A. So let's go ahead and make him a bunting B and roll the sacrifice. So let's go ahead and Billy ball this and sacrifice him over. There's a sacrifice. It's a 7. That's a good sacrifice. I can tell you that. That should be well put. That should be well placed for a sacrifice bunt attempt. 7 on a B is a sack. Perfectly done. Picked up by the 3 is the catcher. So Parrish comes out, throws the man out at first, and the runner will go to second with 1 out. So Wayne Gross is on at second with a sack bunt. So sack bunt for the Athletics. So there is the catcher on that one. Good job there. Runner on second and 1 out. And now it's going to be Ricky Henderson's time. Can Ricky come up strong here? Ricky in the ball game is 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. Ricky needs to be Ricky right now and get a big base hit. Runner on second, 1 out. So now runner on second. Yeah, it's not. You're talking about Gross. Yeah, it's not fast. So don't have a lot of bench speed, but that's okay. Oh, yeah, an 11, huh? So let's see if let's see if someone, who's playing there? That's going to be Piccolo going in at second, your favorite player, Mr. Scarborough. And let's see who the A's have who can run. Let's see. So, that could be you. He's a 12. Oh, he is a 15. Piccolo can be a 12. No, Revering is an 8. 10. So that would be Mitchell Page. But I hate to waste the speed when I can use him as a bat. So Henderson's going to swing. An 11, probably not so good. So let's see if I didn't make a mistake there. Runner on second and 1 out. Parrish puts down the sign. Tobik from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 2-5 for Ricky. That's a fly ball left field. Peters is there, comes in, makes the catch. He's a +2, but doesn't affect him there. Makes the out, 2 away. So 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. And now we come back to Dwayne Murphy. Murphy's 1 for 3. He had a single his last time up. So now with 2 outs, Murphy tries to get the big hit. Murphy does not hit well in the clutch, loses a couple hits. So that's a possibility here. Tobik's going to try to get this man out here. 2-2 ball game. A's with only 4 hits. Parrish puts down the sign. Tobik from the stretch. That's a foul ball. Let's roll again. Didn't get a good roll. So here we go. And the pitch. 1-8 for Murphy's a walk. So they pitch around Murphy and they give him the walk. But now you're going to have to pitch to Jim Essien. Again, one of Mr. Scarborough's favorite men. Let's see if we can do something, Mr. S. Yes, we will. This is a perfect spot for Mitchell Page. So Mitchell Page will come out and pinch hit. What an opportunity for Mitchell here. So he's been kind of slumped a little bit. So he will come out and swing. So Essien is called back. And the batter will be Mitchell Page. We want that one calm. So Page comes in. He'll see if he can get Wayne Gross home on this pitch. Let's go ahead, go to home team, and put Mitchell Page in this game. Give you some stats on Mitchell as he comes up and takes some practice swings. Tobik stays out there. He's not been pitching bad. Page on the year hitting .292, 4 home runs and 11 runs batted in. First and second, 2 outs. A's trying to get a big run across. Parrish puts down the sign. Tobik from the stretch. Let's see if Sparky decides he needs to do something. Who do we have on this bench? Well, that'd be John Hiller, who is not good. And then they have Jack Billingham, who's not good. They have a very tired bullpen. So let's see. Yeah, you don't do that. So let's not do that. So first and second, Tobik's going to have to get out of this. If the Tigers are ahead, they may have to go to a tired Lopez. Parrish puts on the sign. Tobik from the stretch. There's the 1-1-4, and he missed it. Ground ball to first. Thompson's got it. He'll take it to the bag. He'll pitch it to Tobik, and he makes the play. Oh, my. Page is retired. So Page is retired 3-1. Runners will now go to second and third, but there's 3 outs, so it does not matter. We have gone to the top of the 9th inning, folks, and it's 2-2. So a bad time for the A's offense to sputter. We go to the 9th of a 2-2 ball game. So now the A's will go to Piccolo. They'll keep McKay where he's at. Yeah, they'll keep McKay where he's at. He did a nice job bunting. And the new, let's see. You know what? I may want Gross's bat. So Gross will stay in and play third, and Rob Piccolo will come in and bat 9th and be my second baseman. So let's go ahead and do all that stuff. So let's maneuver some cards around for a minute as I take just a second timeout to do this. So let's remove Mr. Gross. Keep Wayne Gross in the ball game, and then put Mr. Rob Piccolo in the game. All right, we'll do that. So he is retired. So is Page. So now leading off the next inning will be Jeff Newman. So now we do that, make the swaps. We now go, and Mike Norris will go to his inning of fatigue, 2-2 in the 9th. So he'll try to survive this. He'll try to survive the inning of fatigue. Bob Lacey is up in the A's bullpen if they need him. This is where they could use him. It's Whitaker, Trammell, and Hepner. So Whitaker again steps up. He is so far in the ball game 1 for 4. Left-handed hitter Whitaker against a righty Norris. Top of the 9th, 2-2 ball game. Heath puts down the sign. Norris for the windup and the pitch. 3-7 is a ground ball to second. Piccolo's out there. Ball gets hit right to him, makes the play, throws it to Newman, and gets him. So a big out there. So a big, nice out there. Nice little schoolboy hop, as they say. 1 away. Here's Alan Trammell. So Trammell to hit, 1 out in the 9th. So Trammell due up. Trammell in the ball game is 1 for 3, a double and hit by pitch. Tigers 2-9-1. The A's 2-4-1. Here's the swing. 1-3 for Trammell's a walk. So a 1-out walk. That's a strike. That's a strike 1 toward the fatigue of Mr. Norris. Now let's see what Trammell wants to do. That's a -4 to Trammell. And Trammell now be a 1-11. Don't do anything. So now here's Hepner. Hepner's 1 for 4. Big RBI single back in the 7th. Again, Lacey due up, but Billy Martin doesn't want to make a move yet. So Keith puts down the sign for him. Norris from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 3-4. Thank you. He missed it. 3-4. Ground ball back to Norris. So turnaround goes to Guerrero. Fielder's choice. As a good hard slide by Trammell will put Richie Hepner at first. Oh, that was a nice slide that keeps the double play from happening. So again, a big fielder's choice. Runner on first and 2 outs. And now here is Champ Summers. Summers will now swing 2 outs in the 9th. So Summers so far in the ball game is 2 for 4, a double and a single. He puts down the sign. Norris from the stretch in the pitch. 3-8 is a ground ball down the first. Newman will get it. Looks like we'll have free baseball. We will go to the bottom of the 9th. We'll see if the A's can walk it off in the 9th. It is still 2-2. So runner is out as Hepner will move to second. We go to the bottom of the 9th, folks. A's look to walk it off. So the A's will now send up Jeff Newman, one of the A's hotter hitters. Newman, Armas, Guerrero will swing against probably Dave Tobick still. Tiger's going to stay with him. He hasn't pitched a bad ball game in relief of Dan Schatzeder, that's for sure. Bottom of the 9th, we'll see if the A's can walk this off. So let's go ahead and let's see what we need to do. 9th inning, 4, 7, 8. It is 2-2. Put another 0 there on the board. So now bottom 9th, if the A's can put a 1 there now, it's gonna be Newman against Tobick. Parrish puts down the sign. Here it is, and the pitch. 3-6 struck him out. Newman, I think nothing but K's on that 3 column. Newman down on strikes, 1 away. Big strikeout there. Newman's retired. And now here's Tony Armas. He's 0 for 2. Sacrifice fly and a run batted in. That came back in the 7th inning. We'll see if he can get one and send us home. Parrish puts down the sign. Tobick from the windup. Here's the pitch. 2 column, 2-5, single 1 to 4. That's a line drive to Tremmel on the 15. 2 outs in the 9th. Line drive to the shortstop. 2 outs. So the A's last batter before free baseball. And again, we do play honest to goodness free baseball. There's no extra runner. And it'll be Mario Guerrero. He'll stay in this game. I kind of used a lot of my players so far. The A's have left on their bench so far. And they have a big bat. They have Dave Revering still sitting over there. Mickey Klutz is usually good against lefties. And Rick Cozy, one of their non-carded players. So Revering is waiting to swing, but I can't really do anything with it. I don't want to put Cozy out there to play the defense if Revering doesn't win it. So I'll keep Mario out there. Parrish puts down the sign. Tobick in the windup. Here's the pitch. 1-9. Ground ball to second. That's Whitaker. Throws them out. And folks, we have free baseball. We go to the 10th, tie game. So 4-3. So the Tigers will get a chance now in the 10th. And now the problem begins for the Athletics. What do you do? So Thompson, who hit the home run off the foul pole his last time up, will once again come up for the Tigers here. And where is Jason right now? Let's see if I can find Jason. Hello, Jason. Where are you? Give me a second. Jason Thompson cannot be found. Can he still hit? That will be the question. 6, 7, 8. Got 8 players. So let's see if I have a 9th one. He's hanging out with the Oakland Athletics. Jason Thompson's right there. And Mike Norris will. Billy Martin, he's known to go long with guys. Norris has gone more than 10 inning complete games before. He's going to stick out there until he tires. So Heath puts down the sign. Norris to Thompson. Here's the pitch. 5-6 struck him out. This time, Mike Norris, best Jason Thompson. And there's 1 out in the 10th. So big strikeout there. So Thompson is retired. And now here's Timmy Corcoran. Corcoran, the ball game is 1 for 4. Single back in the 8th inning. Left-handed bat. That's the inning where the Tigers' left-handed hitters got all the hits. Norris from the windup. Here's the pitch. 5-5 struck him out. Another strikeout for Norris. He's getting stronger. That's 9 for Norris through 9 2/3. Another strikeout for Mike Norris. So big strikeout there. Now here is Gibson. Boy, talking about Hollywood endings. Here's Gibson. 2 outs, top of the 10th inning. He is 1 for 4, the single. Heath puts down the sign. Norris looks in on the pitch. 6-6. Ground ball to second. That's Picholo. Throws them out, and the Tigers go 1, 2, 3. Mike Norris has given the A's 10 innings. We go to the bottom of 10th. It is still 2-2. So now bottom of the 10th. And the A's, again, in this problem of not having people who can play. And with, you know what? We're going to have to bounce some guys around. So this is where you're going to swing with Dave Revering here. This is where you want one swing Dave. He leads the team with home runs. So Revering is announced, fans on their feet as they want Revering to maybe send the fans home happy. So Revering will bat for Heath, and then they'll flip positions. Revering will go play first. Jeff Newman will put on the shin guards and catch. So Revering swings. Revering hitting 288, leads the team with home runs with 6, 13 runs batted in. Dave Tobick still on the mound for the Tigers, who's pitched extremely well. Again, the Tigers with a very light bullpen here in game 2. Parrish puts down the sign. Tobick, bottom of 10th inning. Here's the pitch. 3-11, ground ball back to the mound. Tobick, nice play, picks up and throws him out to Thompson for 1 out in the 10th. So big, 1 out there. So Revering retired. So much for the one swing there. And now here's Wayne Gross. He's 1 for 1. He has single. So we know Gross is now hitting 432. So he's really raking for the Athletics right now. Let's see if he can get us one swing too. Parrish puts down the sign. Tobick with the windup and the pitch. That's a 5-4. That's a catch-ax. That's Parrish. That is a 3-3. That's a 3, so that will not be a hit. You can only get hit on a 1. And that is going to be a 15. That could be a problem. 15 on a E3. So 15 on a 3 says, let's hold on, folks. Let's wait. No, makes the catch. Good job there. It was a nice pop up in front of the play, and he almost did it, make the play. So Parrish with a nice play, smiles, thought he had dropped it, and makes the great play on it. 2 outs in the 10th. We're almost going to reset the scoreboard here and go back to normal. Again, we are in the bottom half of the 10th inning. Let's see, did I miss? Yes, I did, I guess. I guess I didn't. So there is 4, 7. Let's count them. So we're in the bottom of the 10th inning. Let's redo the scoreboard. So bottom 10 here. Oakland steps up. So Gross retired. And now here's Rob Peachlow batting for the first time. He's only hitting 213. 1 home run, has 12 ribbies. So he's been kind of getting feast or famine. Parrish puts down the sign. Tobick with the windup and the pitch. 2-6. And that's, he almost had some stuff in the middle there. Ground ball to short. Tremmel picks it up, throws him out, and ends the 10th. Let's head to the 11th, folks. Let's reset our scoreboard. It is still tied at 2. Holy cow, we go another inning. Another 0 on the scoreboard. Top of the 11th. And let's see. Okay, yeah, they're gonna have to make a move here. So Revering will now be the new first baseman, and then that will move Jeff Newman behind the plate, like we said. So Heath's gun goes out now. We're in the top of the 11th. Mike Norris is going to try one more inning. He can go 2 innings past his 9 before he becomes tired. Still 2-2. Free baseball, as they say. So free baseball in the 11th. Tigers will now send up, and let's see where they're at. It's going to be Rick Peters. It'll be Peters followed by Parrish and Whitaker again. So Norris stays out there. Newman puts the sign down. Norris for the windup. Here's the pitch. 3-8. That's the same thing he hit before for the double play. Ground ball to short. Guerrero's got it. Throws him out for the second out. Peters has retired in the same role he did before. 1 away. So Peters retired and now brings up Lance Parrish. He came in the game late. He struck out his first and only time up. Top of the 11th, still scored at 2-2. Here's a pitch to Parrish. That's going to be a 1-10. That's trouble. Deep fly left field. That's going to be trouble. That's up against the wall. Parrish with at least a double. That is a 9. That's a double. So 1-5 triple, and Parrish will go in the second standing. So a huge double for Parrish. So now it's Whitaker. And now let's see what Billy Martin does. Norris kind of looks out there. Left, right, and then a bunch of lefts. Talking about a Bob Lacey moment here for the A's. Do you do it? And then Tremmel, you know what? You have to. So this is where one of those where you have to moments. So let's go ahead and get Mike Norris out of here. He's given an extreme applause from the crowd as he'll come out this ball game going 10 and a thirds. And the A's will bring out their lefty, Bob Lacey. So Lacey will come out. He's the new A's pitcher. We'll go ahead and didn't have him over right. Now, if they get past Lacey, that's where it gets ugly because they're not going to have a lot. So Lacey comes in. He is 1-0, 1 save, 1.93 ERA. He has 80 innings to give. He had 5 so far, giving up 5 hits. So now it's going to be Whitaker. Left on left. Runner on second, 1 out. From the stretch is Newman. Here's the pitch from Lacey. 3-12 from Whitaker. Ground ball to short up the middle. Guerrero has it. He'll look back. Paris throws them out, and that's 2 outs. So a great play there as a runner will hold. And now there's 2 outs. And now here is the question you have. Alan Trammell, who doesn't hit lefties or righties differently or better, but just because he's a righty, it makes things a little more trickier. Because Lacey has all that crap on his card versus righties, you almost want to flip around and have Hepner swing. But what do you do? So let's see what he do here. 2-2 ball game, top of the 11th inning. They'll pitch to Trammell in this case and see what happens. Base is open. Trammell in the ball game has been on 3 times, a double, hit by pitch, and a walk. You know what? They're going to give Allen another walk. How about that? Intentional walk to Alan Trammell. So Billy Martin decides to play the odds. Goes the INT route. His run basically doesn't mean anything because the run in front of him will be the one that scores. So now the Gravediggers kid, Richie Hepner, 1 hit in the ball game. That was an RBI back in the 7th against Norris. First and second, 2 outs, top of the 11th. Newman puts the sign down. Lacey from the stretch to Hepner. 6-8, struck him out looking. Bob Lacey gets a big K and that retires the side. Big strikeout for Bob Lacey. So a big K there. So Hepner retired, and the Tigers, we'll see if they stay with Tobik here. He's been brilliant. Let's look at Tobik's numbers real quick. Tobik in the ballgame has pitched 4 innings, 1 hit ball, 1 walk, and a strikeout. As we go to the bottom half of the 11th, Oakland will now be up with Ricky Henderson. Tobik is a +3, though. If they get on, Ricky can run. Let's see if Ricky can get one on. Let's see if he can get on base here. Paris puts down the sign. Tobik for the windup and the pitch. 1-9 for Ricky. Dead roll. Son of a gun. Fly ball left field. All that stuff in your column, and you found the dead. That is a fly ball for Henderson. Back left fielder makes the catch. Henderson probably swung out ball 4, and he's a young kid, though. But, he wanted that one back. He had a chance to do some damage, and he missed it. So Henderson retired, and now here's Dwayne Murphy. So Murphy's up with 1 out. Tobik again pitching so well. Paris puts down the sign for him. Tobik from the windup. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 2-7, and that's another dead roll. Holy smokes. 2-7, folks, is right there. That is a ground ball down the first with all that stuff there. Thompson takes it in the bag himself, and that's 2 outs. And the A's can't believe it. They are getting snake bit right here in the 11th. 2 dead rolls in the columns. So now Mitchell Page, the batter. He grounded out his first time up. That did come against Tobik, so he gets a second chance at him. Hopefully Mitchell may find his one calm and send us all home happy. 2 outs in the 11th. Parrish puts down the sign. Tobik with the windup. 2-9, struck him out, and Mitchell Page has struck him out. Head to the 12th, folks. Stay with me. It's still a 2-2 ball game. So let's go ahead and see where we're at in the 12th. Wow, I did not expect extras. So that's another inning. That's another inning. So that's 4, 7, 10, 11. Let's go to the 12th. It's a 2-2 ball game. We're still at it. And it's going to be Summers followed by Thompson and Corcoran here in the 12th. So Page is done, and Bob Lacey will stay in there because of the plethora of lefties coming up for the Tigers. The question is, do they have anybody who can swirl around? Summers is the DH. He's got power against lefties. He has the auto, too, so we're going to keep him out there. He, so far in the ball game, is 2 for 5. Newman puts down the sign. Lacey looks in. Here's the pitch in the 12th. 1-6, and that's a single. 1-4. Nope, that's a 10. That's a line. That's a ground ball up the middle. Guerrero's got it. Goes and gets it off the revering one away. Good job. So there's one away in the 12th. So now Jason Thompson now swings. So Thompson the swing. This is a long one, folks. Thompson again has power against left. Ooh, does not. I guess you'll have to switch somebody here. So let's see who's on this bench. Thompson hit the home run off the foul pole earlier in this game. And they will go to my buddy, John Walkenfuss. Oh, he's a first baseman. Can Walkenfuss play first? Let's see. That could be the question. And he does. 4E29. Ooh. That will be the question now. Walkenfuss will swing. So Jason Thompson will be removed. And John Walkenfuss with his wacky stance will come in and hit. And that will definitely make Bob Lacey definitely someone who will be who he'll have to not make a mistake here. Too much stuff on Lacey's own card. So here we go. Lacey looks in, gets the sign from Newman. Here's the pitch to Walkenfuss. Oh, that's in the 1 column, though. His stuff's in the 3. Ground ball to second. Picholo makes the play, throws him out. That is 2 outs in the 12th. So Walkenfuss is retired. He'll stay in the game. That could be a defensive liability. Who knows? So now it's Tim Corcoran's turn. Corcoran is the right fielder, and there's not much left on the bench. So Corcoran's going to have to swing with 2 outs here. Newman puts down the sign for Lacey. Here's the pitch. That will be a 1-5 for Corcoran. That's a single on a 1-10. That's a 16. Line drive to Picholo. Retires aside. Bottom of the 12th coming up. We're still tied at 2. Wow, still tied up, folks. We put another 0 on the scoreboard. So John Walkenfuss will stay in the game and play first base. Not much else you can do there. Just keep him out there and hopefully doesn't kill you out there, but you went for the bat there. So here we go. Bottom 12. Now the A's will now send up Jeff Newman here. It'll be Newman, Armas, Guerrero against, again, Dave Tobick. Hasn't tired yet. He's becoming a serious long pitcher. Parrish puts down the sign. Tobick looks in and the pitch this time. 4-7, fly ball center field. Gibson there makes the catch. The A's only have 4 hits through 11 in the 3rd innings. Their averages will drop and plummet in this series, this game especially. So Newman is out, and now here's Tony Armas. We said this before. Maybe Tony will send this home happy. He's got that power. 1-8, and he'll send this home. 1-9, he can send this home. Parrish puts down the sign. Tobick with a pitch. 3-8, struck him out. Armas does what Armas does. Struck him out. 128 Ks that year, and he finds yet another one. Another strikeout for Tony. 2 outs in the 12th. So now the A's will now send up Mario Guerrero. They're basically out of ammunition. So he'll swing here. He's the shortstop. Parrish puts down the sign. Tobick with the pitch. That's going to be a 1-7. Ground ball to short. Trammell's got it. Goes to first. And that's what I get to stream tonight, folks. We played 12. It is still 2-2. Ground ball 6-3. Let's go to inning 13. Thank you for being here, guys. For those who are still with me, as Dave Tobick is now officially tired. So now he will be susceptible to dots immediately, and he'll come out if he does give up a dot hit if I decide to stay with him. So top 13, Detroit will now be Gibson, Peters, Parrish here for the Tigers in this inning. and he'll hit against Bob Lacey still. Bob Lacey has been looking awfully good. So Gibson comes out. Gibson so far in the ball game has hit against Norris all night. This is his first at bat against the lefty. Newman puts down the sign. Here's a pitch from Lacey. 6-8, struck him out looking. There's a strikeout for Lacey. He's not tired, so that dot will not count. That's a strikeout, one away. Big strikeout in the ball game. So Gibson is done, and here's Rick Peters. So now Peters will step up. Looks like he's either way hits well, lefties or righties. So he'll continue. He'll bat from the right-hand side this time. Newman puts down the sign. Lacey with the pitch. 3-11, ground ball the first. Revering's got it. He'll wave off Lacey, take it to the bag himself, and that's 2 outs here in the 13th. So again, Rick Peters retired. So now here is Lance Parrish. Dangerous man to pitch against left-handed pitching. Parrish steps up. He has power all around. 2 outs in the 13th. Newman puts down the sign. Bob Lacey looks in, gets it. Here's the pitch. 3-3. Oh, ballpark home run. Fly ball down the left field line. That's a 3. Home run 1-4. Gone. Lance Parrish down the left field line. Just sinks in. Gone. Tigers lead 3-2. Lance Parrish homers to left field, and he gives the Tigers the 1-run lead on a 20% home run. He rolled the 3 when he needed a 1-4. The Tigers were their second low roll home run of the game. Low odds home run. So Parrish homers, Tigers take a 3-2 lead, and now Aurelio Lopez, if he comes in this game, he will come in tired. That will be the question when we go to this. So now here's Whitaker. Newman puts down the sign. Here's the pitch from Lacey. And the pitch, 2-8, struck him out and ends the inning. So Bob Lacey does a great job, but he gives up the home run to Lance Parrish down the line, just gets in the seats in left field. Tigers lead by a run. So the Tigers will put a run on the board. So we'll go ahead and get that run on the board for the Tigers here. There it is, 3-2 Tigers, bottom half of the 13th inning. And now let's see what the A's will do. It will be Revering, Gross, and Piccolo. Let's see what the Tigers have in their bullpen. Do they have anyone who can go in and get an out? Jack Billingham, no, he's not a closer. Tired is Aurelio Lopez. If he comes in, he's auto-tired. He has 4 saves on the year. I believe he saved the last 2 games. So he's been in there and pitching quite a bit here. Let's look at his statistics and see if he's been in the last 2 games or not. I was kind of surprised he got pushed in. Yeah, he did. He pitched the 3rd and the 4th, an inning each, and he got the save in both games. So they don't want him pitching back to back, I guess. So Lopez would be officially tired. Tobic will stay out there for now and see if he can get the win. But if he gives up a dot or gives up the hit, he automatically does come out. So someone's going to have to come in tired for him probably. So unless he gets 3 quick outs here. So here is Revering. That's the inside pitch rule I use. If a pitcher comes in, they are tired, they give up the dot, which on Tobic is a 5-7 or a 4-5, he will automatically come out after giving up the single 2-star hit. So Parrish puts down the sign. Tobic from the windup and the pitch. 5-9. Oh, deep fly ball down the right field line. That ball is gone. It is gone. We're tied again. Dave Revering, unbelievable homers against Dave Tobic, and that's his 7th home run of the year, and the A's tied at 3. So Dave Revering homers, and the A's tied at 3-3. Holy smokes. And now here's one Gross. A 5-9, 1-12 home run. That is only 11. Kabang, gone. And now let's see what we have here. A 3-3 ball game. So now here is Gross. The pitch. 5-8, and that's going to be a line drive base hit. Oh, it gets past Corker into the wall. Gross will go to first. He'll go to second. They're going to try to send him. He slides in third with a no-out triple. The A's with the game-winning run now 90 feet away. Holy inning for the Athletics as they homer with Revering and now get the big hit from Wayne Gross. Runner on third and nobody out. And now here is Rob Piccolo. And they bring the infield in, outfield in, which I'm not sure what the rules are to that. So we're going to have to play it by ear. So most likely a fly ball will end this one. Piccolo will swing. Parrish puts down the sign, and Tobic from the stretch stays in there. Here's the pitch. 2-10. Base hit for Piccolo. The A's win. The A's come all the way back and win this 4-3. What a win for the Athletics. They win this game 4-3. Tigers score 1 in the 13th, but it wasn't enough as your Oakland A's score 2. They win it 4-3. Let's go to our scoreboard, folks. What a ending to this one. So let's go over it. Wow. Oh, for those who stayed, thank you so much. A's 4 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. Tigers 3 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. Bob Lacey gets the win. He's 2-0, goes 2 2/3, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned. That was the home run by Parrish. 3 strikeouts, 1 home run. He's 2-0. Losing pitcher is Tobic. He pitched so good. He went 6 innings out of relief, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned. He had nothing going to the last inning, 1 walk in, 3 strikeouts. Doubles in the game. Tremmel, Summers, and Parrish. Triples by Guerrero and Gross. Homers by Jason Thompson, Parrish, and then Revering with a big boomer in the bottom of the 13th to tie it. Hebner, RBIs by Hebner, Thompson, Parrish, Armas, Revering, and Piccolo with the game winner. So the final score, A's win it 4-3 with 2 runs in the bottom of the 13th. The A's go to 16-8, while the Tigers drop to 10-12 as the A's end up getting the split. Wow, what a ball game, folks. I can actually get out of this one because I was scoring on the game itself. I don't have to do it manually. So the next series for our Oakland Athletics will be the Cleveland Indians coming in. That'll be Monday to May 5th. Good pitcher matchups. John Denny against Matt Keogh. Feel sorry for Mike Norris. He went about 10 1/3 and got nothing. Denny and Keogh on Monday, and then we'll go to Len Barker and Steve McCaddy on Tuesday. And then the veteran Rick Wise on Wednesday takes on Brian Kingman. So 3 good matchups against a young Cleveland Indian team and a guy named Joe Charbonneau. So hope you guys will see you then for more A's baseball. A's win this. They go 16-8. Thank you for coming, folks. I appreciate everyone coming in. And as always, we appreciate everyone. Have a good rest of the night. Thank you, Mike Turnover, coming in, keeping score. Greg Scarborough, thank you so much coming in. Appreciate y'all coming in also. And everyone else who's kind of watching from the distance or being here. Have a good night. Hour and 38 minutes of a 13-inning great game. Have a good night, everybody.